25. The hay appeareth, and the tender grass showeth itself, and herbs of the mountains are gathered. The hay appeareth, and you cut the first cutting, and the tender grass showeth itself. In other words, the second cutting is going to push right on up there. Okay, it's going to come right on. And the herbs of the mountains are gathered after the growth. It always does. You know, we have an interesting thing by the so-called green folks saying that today in today's news that beef, the carbon footprint of beef is a lot more than vegetables. That is so ignorant. I don't know where these so-called experts, professors, evidently they grew up behind a desk. They were never on a farm where you've got beef cattle graze and put on convert the grass. But for vegetables, you got to get on a tractor, you got to till the soil, you got to plow the soil, you got to cultivate it, and then you got to get motors out there to harvest it. And these veggies have got a carbon footprint a mile wide. That old beef, they stayed out there in the calm, cool, converting that grass whereby we could consume the nutrients. And the carbon footprint is very small. Just like all these so-called earth warming people, you know, the earth is warming all right. Every spring it gets warmer than it was in the winter. And God has always promised we would have cold and we would have heat. And you have these jokers that come along and are ruining our nation by running up the price of gas, fuel, and everything else by their screeching. And it makes no sense. Don't listen to idiots. Okay, now I don't know why God would have me throw that in. I guess it was timely. Next verse, please, verse 26.